Okay, this is St. Lucia Estuary. We're discussing where the sediment comes from and what the sediment problem is. The sediment comes from the Mfolozi River. The origin of the Mfolozi River is just outside Vryheid. Let's go and have a look where that is. If we zoom in here, we'll find that is how soil erosion looks like when you drive past it. And it washes down with the erosion channels into the Mfolozi River. But right at the beginning, the Mfolozi River runs into a dam at Vryheid. Now, in the dam, the river slows down and the sediment gets to sink to the bottom. So a dam is a natural sediment trap. Here we can see the dam wall and the Mfolozi River continuing below the dam wall. Now, in the upper regions, the Mfolozi River is generally a slow-flowing river with lots of rocks catching the sediment as it washes down from here into the river is flowing that way. So the sediment is caught all along the riverbed. Now, soil erosion in the upper regions is bad. It's real bad. We can see the soil running off towards the river here. There's soil erosion happening there. And we also got farming. This modern day farming prevents soil erosion, but the agricultural chemicals runoff is a possible concern. We don't have anybody to ask. We've been deflected with our questions. So we have to accept that we're right in our assumption that agricultural chemicals is a concern. On sugarcane farming, they use Roundup to ripen the sugarcane at a certain age. Now, we'll get to that at the end of this video, why this is a problem. Because sugarcane is just a reed, like any other reed. Now, here we've got some serious soil erosion. We're going to zoom in. We can see this dongas forming here with the washing away of the topsoil. Now, the problem starts here where we've got a narrow and fast-flowing river. We know it's a fast-flowing river because there's not many bends, horseshoe bends, not flat areas where the river can slow down and can deposit the sediment. So this sediment that was caught at the previous soil erosion, this soil erosion over here is caught up in the flow of the fast-flowing river down and is taken downstream towards the ocean. As we go further along the Mfolozi, we can see more signs of fast-flowing river as it goes through rocky areas. Here we can see the river floods often, and when it floods, it will put down this sediment. It will stop from going to the ocean. This is the ideal situation we want to prevent soil erosion from reaching the ocean, because down at the ocean, the river has been diverted into the St. Lucia Estuary. But as we go along, the soil erosion is getting more severe as we carry on downstream. Look at that severe soil erosion there. Topsoil washed away with almost every little bit of rain that gets the Mfolozi River into flowing. Here we've got more irrigation farming. It means more Roundup and whatever other pesticides and insecticides they use on irrigation farming. We've got some more irrigation farming on the over there. But our main concern now is soil erosion, because sediment traps in the current management of St. Lucia Estuary is non-existent. Here we can see all the soil erosion running towards the Mfolozi River. Zoom in a little bit, let's see how severe that soil erosion is. You can see it runs from here and it goes down that way towards the river. All that soil is caught up in a fast flowing section of the river as it goes through rocky mountains and hard surface riverbeds. There we've got some more irrigation farming. I haven't looked it up what type of irrigation farming we're looking at, but we're more concerned of soil erosion. Here we've got a straight river, fast flowing during floods, slowing down when the floods subside. Now we go further down, some more bad soil erosion. But as soon as we think the soil erosion that we saw was bad, we get to cliff erosion. Here on top of the cliffs we can see the earth is barren, barren, barren. All that sediment is washed into the Mfolozi River, carried down to the St. Lucia Estuary. Nowhere is there any sediment traps that we can find along this way. I really went through it with a comb. I can't find any sediment traps. The previous one was the dam wall. We're still looking at the cliff erosion. The last one of the very bad cliff erosion. You can see all the sediment running down there. And here we've got two rivers that meet. I'm pretty confident the black Mfolozi and the white Mfolozi that meets here. We can see the black Mfolozi is just as problematic with soil erosion. A very straight river. We are flowing very fast, bringing all the sediment with it. There we can see a better view of the Mfolozi River soil erosion. Here we've got an open cast mine. Whatever is pulled into the river is washed down to the low energy St. Lucia Estuary, which is not open to the ocean at the moment, which cannot flush whatever it catches up back into the ocean. It all goes right into the estuary. Got nothing against open cast mining. Believe me, it's job creation. I believe people need jobs. But then we have to focus on managing the river flow into the estuary, which the estuary is the most important life support is the system on Earth. If we don't manage it, we are killing the Earth. We cannot afford open cast mines, soil erosion. But if we do have the open cast mine, the soil erosion, we have to manage it when we get down to the estuary. As we go downstream even further with the black Mfolozi River and the white Mfolozi River combined, we can even see more soil erosion. You can see it running down here. You can see the sediment packing into the river corners all over. We go further down, we see more effect of soil erosion running down these cliffs here. And this is where the floodplain, in my humble opinion, used to start. The Mfolozi River floodplain. It started somewhere around here. It's now all commercial farming. We have to farm. I don't dispute that. We go along, we see the immense impact of sugarcane farming along the Mfolozi River floodplain, which the Mfolozi River floodplain is the bottom section that we see here. To compound this, we've got Richards Bay Minerals that's mining the sand dunes. And they've got reservoirs that they gather water and pumping it out to the ocean. But that is rather not our big concern here. We want to have a look at the sediment built up in the lake system. What we're looking at now is the 36,000 hectares of St. Lucia lake system. In the first 21 kilometers, we've got the Estuary system. The Estuary system used to be fed from the Mfulazi through the back channels, through this little floodplain that we see here. Now that back channels is still working. Today, as we speak, the Mfulazi River is blocked off at the ocean and it's running in around about the boat lockers. To see the severity of the sediment the Mfulazi is bringing in over the past 16 years, we're going to have a look here. 16 years ago, we could travel behind the Honeymoon Bend Islands on a boat. Today, it's just a Slango reeds that is overgrown, sediment filled up completely. There's no way you can traverse with a boat there. Now, the back channel that is really of concern is the one coming in before Honeymoon Bend. This one is currently feeding sediment from the Mfulazi River right into the St. Lucia Estuary. If you stand at the boat lockers and you listen carefully, you can hear when the Mfulazi River is flowing strongly, you can hear the water entering. Now we get to the Slango reeds. Remember right in the beginning we talked about Roundup that ripens reeds, that helps the reeds to grow, the sugarcane farmers to get good quality sugarcane at a certain date and time. When they decide this is it, they're going to ripen the sugarcane now, they spray it with Roundup. Now, according to me, my humble opinion, this Slango reeds is the extensive growth that we see along the St. Lucia Estuary that's killing the mangrove swamps at the moment is due to this affluent offlow from the irrigation farming. Now that is the long and the short of the current management plan that is feeding into the low energy system of St. Lucia Estuary, which is not connected to the ocean at the moment, to flush it out with tidal movement from the ocean. That's me, Petrus, signing off.